Hello everybody, this is Chibi, and this is going to be an anime review on Log Horizon Episode 14. So, shit really just hit the fan in this episode of Log Horizon. Now, it's interesting enough to find out more history about the entire world of Elder Tale Online, but now we find out that when you die, there actually is consequences now. It's kind of turning into Sword Online, but at the same time, it's not. It's still taking its own direction, but I really love the way the direction it went. So, if you die, you have forgetfulness and you lose a little part of your memory. I love the way they wrap that around magic points or physique and anima or HP points. So I love the way they did that. That was a really good job. The way they managed to integrate that with the characters and to put world building skills with that. This really adds an entirely new table onto the freaking anime. I mean, now we have to discuss, now if someone dies, they're losing memories. So if you die, let's say a good 10 to 15 times, what's the consequences of that? And as we know a couple episodes ago, people were getting killed left and freaking right. I mean, just getting murdered. And so they have to have lost a little bit of their memory. How much is memory people have actually lost? I mean, are they going to forget enough to where they actually forget they're in a game and that they're just in a separate world? That is really interesting. I love this entire just plot drop right here because that really adds for more intriguing events in this series. Another thing, this is going to have a little bit of spoilers on Sword Art Online. So if you don't want a little bit of spoilers, I don't recommend listening to this part. I will have a spoiler tag underneath the video so you can skip past this little part. But still, anyways, what I'm getting at is, did anyone else not actually think about the entire time of fast forwarding really quickly? Like, for instance, how 8 years in real life time of playing the game was actually a total of 98 freaking years of the game? That was insane. That reminds me of Sword Art Online's latest freaking novel. I mean, that's exactly what it did. Now, I'm not going to say it's copying it or anything, but that was really awesome. I love the way the plot is going. The plot is definitely just went a complete 180 and completely even more interesting than it was before, especially when you mix in economics. Now, another thing that was really freaking cool about this episode was the World Fraction. There's a total of 3 World Fractions that has actually gotten announced in this episode, and there's only 3 total to date. Now, the first one was when monsters and demi-humans started appearing. Now, when this happened, like 6 bent princesses, basically, like magical elves or whatever, elves, or hopefully I'm saying that correct, had some revenge and, just hated the other races for enslaving their entire race and killing their everything. So they decided to seek revenge, and that's when exactly the world fracture began, and demigods, demi-humans, and all that basically just started appearing, killing everybody, and they don't die. As we all know, they respawn. I love the way they introduce more mechanics like the respawn mechanics in this, but they turn it around and make it even more dark theme behind the actual mechanics of respawning. For instance, when demi-humans were born in the world fraction, they were actually taken from souls of the people of the land, and that's really freaking intriguing. I have to say, that's really freaking cool. Now, another thing that they really did well in this episode was definitely the actual character build-ups, the way they basically made Shiroe an Archmage. He's an Archmage? Now, at first, I was kind of dumbfounded. I was, okay, I know he's a mage, and I know he's, master tactician. I was like, an Archmage on top of this. And so, Regan, this dude that has the same voice on Matoba from Outbreak Company, states that you've already been in the world for 98 years. And I was thinking, what? What? I was like, are they forgetting that much memory that they freaking have lost 98 years of their life? That's the first thing that popped in my mind. But after realizing to take a quick grasp, and as the episode actually continued on, we found that Shiroe actually total in-game out 8 freaking actual years in real life, totaled up to 98 freaking years of the game? Whoa! That was, well, I'll say, that was freaking awesome. So Shiroe now is written in textbooks of this freaking series. He's been talked about, and something major is going around his character and what people are trying to do now. Like Regan, he wants him for something. He's telling him about World Fraction. So why is he actually talking to him about this? Is he trying to actually help him prevent what will happen later on to come? Or is he an evil dude that's eventually going to turn against Shiroe and try to make another world fraction and take over the entire world? So there's different possibilities right there, and I'm really interested in that. They're doing a good job with this character build-up and the way they just explain the world almost every episode. Even if I play a lot of MMOs, and even if I play a lot of RPGs, I will say they're doing a damn good job of managing to actually integrate these elements of games into the anime to where it doesn't frustrate me like it's a tutorial in a game, but at the same time they manage to add actual character build-up and a decent freaking story with it, and makes this series just compelling. I love this entire series. It gets better every freaking week, and I always have redraws when I freaking finish this episode in this review. I cannot wait for next episode. I wonder if they're going to get rid of the opening song next week. I mean, as you all know, I love Rock the Database, that freaking database song opening. But as we all know, opening songs eventually change, so I wonder if they're going to change it next week. Still, if they don't change it, I'm fine with it, because I love this opening song. Anyways, guys, you have a wonderful day or night wherever you live. Please stay safe, everybody. Chibi out.